Good morning, students. Welcome back to grammar class. Today, let us study Grammar Way Lesson 8 Verbs. So, page number 36, Grammar Way Lesson 8 Verbs. So, before we begin, let us revise what you have learned about verbs. Okay. So, what is a verb? What is a verb? A verb is a doing word or an action word. Doing word or an action word. For example, she sings a song. She sings a song. Sings is the verb. Mother cooks our food. Cooks. Sina reads a book. Reads. Verb. So, a verb is an action word or a doing word. Now, let us analyze this sentence structure. Okay, a sentence has a particular structure. So, let us analyze the sentence structure of this. Look at here. So here an example is given here. Rubina is eating pizza. Rubina is eating pizza. So here in this sentence, Rubina. Rubina is the subject of the sentence. Rubina is the subject of the sentence. What is a subject? A subject is a person or thing doing something. It's a person or thing doing something. So here Rubina, she's eating pizza. So Rubina is eating pizza. So Rubina is the subject of this sentence. In Malayalam it is called Kartavu. Kartavu, Karmam, Kriya. I don't know whether you studied all those. When we were in our school days, we have learned we learned all these things. Kartavu, Karmam, Kriya. Okay, so Rubina is the subject of this sentence. Then, next, eating is eating. Eating. Eating is the doing word or action word in this sentence. It is called verb. Okay, so Rubina is the subject and the action is eating. Eating is the verb here. Then we can see one more word in this sentence. Pizza. So look at here. Pizza. So, pizza is the object of this sentence. Pizza is the object of this sentence. Okay. So, what is an object? Object is that is one who receives the action. One who something or someone or something who receives the action. Someone who receives the action. Pizza. So Rubina is eating pizza. Rubina is subject, that is Kartavu in Malayalam. Eating, verb, Kriya. Pizza, object, Karmam. Kartavu, Karmam, Kriya. So that is the sentence structure, SVO. Okay, normal sentence structure, SVO. Now, in a sentence, the subject is a person or thing that does the action. One who does the action. It's a person or thing doing something. That is subject. So, in a sentence, the subject is a person or a thing that does the action. And whereas, what is an object? Object is a person or a thing that receives the action of the subject. So here, this pizza. Pizza is something that receives the action of the subject. Pizza is eaten by Rubina. So, pizza is the object. So, subject is what a person or a thing that does the action. And object is someone who receives the action of the subject. That is the object. Okay. Now, first we will learn something about object. So, you have studied all these in your previous classes also. Okay, let me revise once again. Let me revise all those things. What is an object? Then how to get an object in a sentence, etc. Okay, so how to get object? You can find the object by asking the question what or whom after a verb. To find an object, you have to ask what two questions using the question words what or whom. If you get answer from the verb, then you have found the object. When you ask a question to the verb in a sentence, if you get an answer for that question, that is the object of that sentence. So look it here. Look at the sentence. Ricky threw pebbles in the pond. Ricky threw pebbles in the pond. So we have learned that when we ask a question using what or whom, the answer we get is the object of that sentence. So Ricky threw pebbles in the pond. So let us ask a question using the question word what. What did Ricky throw? Answer, what? Pebbles. The answer of that question, what did Ricky throw? Pebbles. So that is the object of this sentence. തന്നിട്ടുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ വാട്ട് ഓർ ഹൂം യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മളൊരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് ഒരു ആൻസർ കിട്ടുന്നു എങ്കിൽ ആ ആൻസറാണ് ആ സെൻറ്റൻസിൻ്റെ ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, no other question words. We can use only either what or whom. Okay, let us do some exercises, then you will understand. So here, look at here. I received the parcel. I received the parcel. So let us ask a question to this. Okay, I received the parcel. What did I receive? Okay, what did I receive? Answer, the parcel. So we got an answer. That is the object of this sentence. What did I receive? Answer is the parcel. So the parcel is the object of this sentence. Okay. Now look at here. She is reading a novel. She is reading a novel. So what is the object of this sentence? What is she reading? Answer is a novel. What is she reading? A novel. Raju loves cricket. What does Raju love? Answer, cricket. So cricket is the object of this sentence. Then Suraj broke his toy. What did Suraj break? His toy. So his toy is the object. Then I play football. What do I play? Answer, football. The lion chased the deer. Can we ask a question using what? The lion chased. What did the lion chase? No. Whom did the lion chase? Lion ആരെയാണ് chase ചെയ്തത്? It's a living thing. Whom did the lion chase? Answer, the deer. Here we can use the question word whom. In all other sentences, what? Okay, what or whom. Then the children liked the film. What did the children like? The answer, the film. Okay. One more question. Rama killed Ravana. So what did Rama kill എന്ന് ചോദിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. Ravana is a living thing. So whom did Rama kill? Whom did Rama kill? Answer, Ravana. Okay. Ravana. So these are the object of these sentences. Did you understand how to find out object? We have to find an object, we have to ask two questions to the verb using what or whom. What or whom. Then if we get an answer from the verb, then we have got the object. Okay. Now, kinds of verbs. Verbs are of two kinds of verbs we have: transitive verb and intransitive verb. You have learned this in the previous last year also you learned this. Verbs are of, how many kinds of verbs we have? We have two kinds of verbs: transitive verb and intransitive verb. നമ്മൾ ഇതുവരെ പഠിച്ചത് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. Again, come to the point, verb. So what is a verb? Verb is a doing word or an action word. And verbs are of two kinds. So here in this lesson, we are going to study different kinds of verbs. So transitive verb, intransitive verb. So what is transitive verb? What is intransitive verb? So let us study. Okay, transitive verb. A verb which has an object is called transitive verb. If a verb has an object in it, if a sentence has an object, what? If a verb has an object, we can call it as transitive verb. ഒരു വേർബിന് ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് ട്രാൻസിറ്റീവ് വേർബാണ്. ഇൻ മലയാളം ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് സകർമ്മകം, സകർമ്മകക്രിയ, അകർമ്മകക്രിയ. ഞങ്ങളൊക്കെ പഠിക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് CBSEക്ക് അതുണ്ടാവുമോ എന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. സകർമ്മകം, അകർമ്മകം. സകർമ്മകം മീൻസ് കർമ്മം ഉള്ളത്, ട്രാൻസിറ്റീവ് വേർബ്, വേർബ് ഉള്ളത്. അകർമ്മകം, ഇൻട്രാൻസിറ്റീവ് വേർബ്, കർമ്മം ഇല്ലാത്തത് അകർമ്മം, ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇല്ലാത്തത്. ഓക്കെ, സോ a verb which has an object is called transitive verb. Okay. So look at here in this sentence, the man, no, here one yes, grammatical mistake on it. The man loves his children. Singular, subject is singular, so we have to use singular verb. So here we have to add s also. Printing mistake on. Okay, the man loves his children. So here the subject is the man. We all know the man is the subject. Then verb loves. Then his children. So whom does the man love? Answer, his children. So this sentence has an this verb has an object in it. Whom does the man love? Answer, his children. So this verb has an object here. So it is a transitive verb. Okay. So what is a transitive verb? A verb that has an object in it is called transitive. So here in this sentence we have an object. His children is the object of the sentence. So it is a transitive. Loves is a transitive verb. Okay. Now intransitive verb. A verb which do not have any object, is called intransitive. If a verb does not have an object in it, it is called intransitive verb. Sakarmakam. No object. Intransitive verb. Okay. So look at this sentence. Snow fell yesterday. Fell, snow subject, fell verb. Snow fell yesterday. See here, can we ask a question using what or whom? What did fell? What did fell? No, we cannot ask. Whom did the snow fell? No answer. We cannot get an answer here. So no answer. No object for this verb fell. So this is an intransitive verb. What did snow fall? Allengil whom did snow fall? These are stupid questions. We will not get any answer for that questions. So fell is a intransitive verb. Okay, so intransitive verb. First exercise, page number 36. Your first exercise is given. That is, you have to underline the verb in these sentences. Write whether they are transitive and write T for transitive and IT for intransitive verb. So transitive verb means if a verb has an object, it is called transitive. If a verb does not have what object, it is called intransitive verb. So let us analyze this exercise. Question 1, answer is given there. The dog is barking fiercely. It is intransitive. You know why? So what is the dog barking? Or whom is the dog barking? So no sense in those questions. So here there is no object for the verb is barking. So it is intransitive. Now let us do the second one. Nita is doing a jigsaw puzzle. Nita is doing. So here first we have to underline the verb here. Is doing. Nita is doing is the verb. So is there any object in that sentence? What is Nita doing? A jigsaw puzzle. So there is an object there in that sentence, in that verb. For that verb, there is an object. A jigsaw puzzle is the object of that sentence. So it is transitive. Then, Uncle Paul is surfing the internet. Uncle Paul is surfing is the verb. What is Uncle Paul surfing? Answer, the internet is the answer. So it has the verb is surfing has an object in it and the object is the internet. So it is what? Transitive verb. Okay. Now the seminar was very informative and interesting. Was is the verb here. Seminar was very informative and interesting. What was the seminar? No, whom was? No such answers there. So it is intransitive. Intransitive. The students of class 6 are answering a test on prepositions. So are answering is the verb. So what are the students of class 6 answering? Answer, a test on prepositions. So here we can find out what an object. So it is a transitive verb. Transitive. Okay. The old man was narrating his experiences. So what was the old man narrating? his experiences. Okay, was narrating verb ആണ് and object in this sentence his experiences. So here there is an object, so transitive verb. Okay, then Van Winkle, I cannot see. Sure. Rip Van Winkle slept for 20 years. So slept is the verb. Okay. Slept is the verb. Van Winkle slept for 20 years. No object there. How many years നമുക്ക് ചോദിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. What or whom only we can use. So no answer. So intransitive verb. Here transitive, here transitive, here intransitive. Okay. Then Tom and Naveen are playing basketball with their friends. So here the verb are playing. So what are Tom and Naveen playing? Answer the basketball. So that is transitive verb. Okay, this is how we have to find out transitive or intransitive verbs. If there is an object in a verb, we can call it as transitive. If there is no object, we can call it as intransitive. Okay, so hope all of you have understood. Now let us study second part. So today we'll do only 2 sections, a long lesson. So 2 sections only we'll take. Okay, second one, incomplete verbs and complements. Incomplete verbs and complements. You have studied it in the last year. Okay. So 5th class, 5th standard. Some verbs do not express a complete thought. One or more words need to be added to them to make complete sense. Such verbs are called incomplete verbs. Okay, as we all know, some verbs do not have complete thought, complete meaning. Incomplete meaning ആയിരിക്കും. Such words need 1 or 2 words to complete its meaning. Such verbs are called incomplete verbs. So some verbs do not have a complete meaning. Such verbs are called incomplete verbs. Now, the word or words that are added to the incomplete verb to convey a complete thought are called complements. Incomplete verb and complement. So, look at here. Here in this section, he is, Sanjay looks, Farhan left, she was. So, all these verbs are incomplete. Such verbs are called incomplete words. So here we can see incomplete words because these words do not express a complete meaning, complete thought. It needs some more words to complete its meaning. So such incomplete verbs, these are called incomplete words. And here we can see he is sleepy. We added one more word here for completing its meaning. He is already there, and we added one more word for completing its meaning. That is called complements. That is words that are added to the incomplete verb to complete its meaning. Incomplete verb inde kode meaning complete cheyanayittu add cheyunna word neയാണ് complements ennu parayunnu. Sentences with complements. Sanjay looks hungry, complement. Farhan felt tired. She was helpful. That is complement. ഇതെല്ലാം incomplete verbs ആണ്. Here the words which are underlined are complements are called complements. So incomplete verb and complements. Incomplete verbs means what? Verbs which do not have complete sense is called incomplete verb. Complement is words that are used to complete the meaning of those incomplete verbs. ആ ഇൻകംപ്ലീറ്റ് വേർബ്സിൻ്റെ മീനിങ് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒന്നോ രണ്ടോ വേർഡിനെയാണ് കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ. So, two types of complements we have. What subject complement and object complement. Subject complement, some words describe subjects. That is called subject complement. Some words used to what describe the object. It is called object complement. So complements are of two types. What are complements? Word or words which are added to complete the meaning of incomplete verbs are called complements. And complements are of two kinds: subject complement and object complement. Okay, here look at here. The day was bright and sunny. So here these words bright and sunny is used to describe the subject, the day. സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ദ ഡേ ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാനാണ് നമ്മൾ ഈ വേർഡ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്. My cousin is a surgeon. So surgeon is describing the subject, my cousin. So it is a subject complement. I feel sleepy. We feel sleepy. So sleepy describes the subject we. So it is a subject complement. So what is a subject complement? That is words, complements that are used to describe the subject are called subject complement. സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെയാണ് ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇവിടെ ഒന്നും ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇല്ല കണ്ടോ ഈ സെൻറ്റൻസിൽ. സോ ഇഫ് എ കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ് ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ്സ് ദ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ദാറ്റ് സെൻറ്റൻസ്, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് വാട്ട് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്. Now let us study what object complement. So look at here. The committee asked the officer. Neeta made Vinita. So these two sentences are incomplete. So do not convey, not incomplete. These do not convey complete sense. In the first sentence, the object is the officer. So look at here, officer. That is, the committee asked the officer. Whom did the committee ask? Answer, the officer. Then second sentence, Vinita is the object. What did Neeta make? So Vinita is the object. But these two sentences what do not convey complete meaning, complete sense. Okay. So in addition to the object in the two sentences, some words are, so here in these two sentences we can see objects. But we can understand that the meaning is incomplete. Object avade undu, but its meaning is not complete. So we can understand that we need some more words. Some more words are required to convey a complete thought. For completing its meaning, we need some more words to add in these sentences. So here, look at here, the committee asked the officer for an explanation. So we have added three words here, but for an explanation. The committee asked the officer for an explanation. The Neeta made Vinita learn French. Learn French. We added two words. Learn French. So these group of words, what it describes the object. For an explanation, describe. For an object, for an explanation, complements are, but it describes not the subject but the object, the officer. The committee asked the officer for an explanation. So for an explanation describes the object, officer. Object ഓഫീസറെയാണത് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. So it is called object complement. Then these groups of words are called objects. So in the second sentence, Neeta made Vinita learn French. So learn French describes the object Vinita. Okay, so it is called object complement. If a complement describes the object in a sentence, it is called object complements. So subject complement and object complement. ഓക്കെ ഒരു സെൻറ്റൻസിൽ തന്നിട്ടുള്ള കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്സ് ഇഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ്സ് ദ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് സബ്ജക്റ്റ് കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്. ഇഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ്സ് ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ് കോംപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, നൗ let us do the exercises. Okay, underline the complements in these sentences. Write whether they are subject complement or object complement, OC, subject complement SC. Okay, first one has been done for you. The manager kept his customers waiting. So here this complement waiting describes what the manager kept his customers waiting. Whom did the manager keep waiting? Answer, his customers. So his customers object aanu. So this word complement describes the object his customers. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് that is object complement. Object ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് object complement എന്ന് എഴുതാം. That is a trick. The elephant seemed angry at the disturbance. Is there any object in this sentence? Whom would elephants seem angry at the disturbance? Whom did the elephant? Whom do the elephants seem angry at the disturbance? അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് വരത്തില്ല. Okay. So there is no object in that sentence. So object illengil then naturally that is subject complement. Okay, then the lawyer thought his client to be friendly. Then whom did the lawyer think to be friendly? Answer, his client. So his client is the object. Okay, his client. So we have to underline the complement in these sentences. Okay, so let us second one. The elephants seem angry. The elephant seem angry at the disturbance. Okay, this elephant seem angry at the disturbance is the complement. Okay, so here it is what subject complement SC. The lawyer thought his client to be friendly. To be friendly is the complement, and it describes the object his client. So object complement. Then your idea is excellent. Is excellent. Your is excellent is the what complement. There is no object here, so SC, subject complement. Do you feel exhausted? So exhausted is the complement and subject complement. It describes subject. The children found the puppies cute. The children found the puppies cute. So here what did the children find? The puppies. Okay, the children found the puppies cute. So there is an object there, so object complement. Then all the students are ready for the test. All the students are ready for the test. Compliments. No, all the students are ready for the test. Complement. Okay, so subject complement. Nisha is angry. Angry is the complement. Subject complement. There is no object in this sentences. Okay, subject complement and object complement. If the complement describes the subject, it is called subject complement. If it describes the object, it is called object complement. Okay, now I have given the answers here. Okay. Is angry, are ready for the test, found the puppies, feel exhausted, is excellent, to be friendly. Okay, so underline here ആറുടെ ഉണ്ട്. Underline the no For the test, here for the test. Okay, verb കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് വരുന്നത്. Exhausted, idea is excellent. To be friendly, the elephant seem angry at the disturbance. Okay, ഇത് നേരത്തെ പഠിച്ച കുട്ടികൾ വരച്ചു വച്ചിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. Okay, at the disturbance, to be friendly, excellent, exhausted, found the puppies cute. Then all the students are ready for the test. All the students are ready for the test. Then Nisha is angry. Okay, subject complement, object complement. So do these exercises in your text. Don't make any mistake. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay, so underline all these correctly. At the disturbance, excellent, exhausted, ready for the test, angry. Okay, this is correct complement. Here is here. Then the puppy is cute, exhausted, excellent. So write correctly. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank